Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Let's see how World War I was fought with supply chains, not just bullets. For all you students tuning in, here's our focus. Key industrial partners, the self-sufficiency myth, and why neutral nations stumbled.
Think back before 1914. The entire globe relied on this massive, tightly tangled web of international trade. Look at this. Nearly 90% of South America's exports were funneled into just 4 specific countries. Crazy, right? It was basically a perfect loop. South America shipped out raw materials and got manufactured goods back in return. But boom, the war kicks off. A curtain drops over Europe, hitting this massive trade network with an unprecedented shock. So here's a fascinating question for you. When those global routes get blocked, can nations actually survive completely alone? Honestly, no. Civilization leans heavily on interdependence. The whole idea of absolute self-sufficiency is just a total myth. A total blockade might just isolate giant countries like the US, but it would completely uproot places like Argentina. See, South America had tons of extra food, but absolutely needed foreign trade to get crucial modern tools and machinery. So, with all the major powers busy fighting, why didn't the neutral nations just step up and take over?
Well, countries like Spain or Holland simply didn't have the massive industrial setup needed to meet that huge global demand.
This quote hits the nail on the head. They could push a boulder, sure, but they couldn't carry the world. The war totally flipped the script, triggering a chaotic global scramble just to buy literally whatever was still available. Okay, so who actually won this massive economic free-for-all and swept up all that abandoned trade? The data points to a very clear winner. All that slack left by Europe, America rapidly scooped it up. Look at this massive jump. U.S. imports to South America skyrocketed, multiplying 3.5 times by the end. And for exports, the U.S. blasted right past Great Britain, cementing a gigantic shift in global economic power. International trade didn't just stop during the conflict, its entire center of gravity completely shifted right across the Atlantic.
Which leaves us with one big, provocative question to think about. Could Europe ever rebuild the economic dominance it sacrificed?